Garrett's in his early 20s, and so I did pull him aside, and I was like, I was like, can I have a moment with Garrett? And I was like, have you had sex before? Like, just so you know. And he was like, yeah, like a lot. I was like, okay, bro, for sure.
Hi, I'm Jason P. Frank. Welcome to the Vulture Spot at Sundance. I'm here with the cast and crew of Chasing Summer. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Jason.
Iliza, I wonder to start, for the people who aren't in Park City and who have not seen this movie yet, can you just give a quick rundown, quick explanation of what Chasing Summer is?
Yeah, Chasing Summer is a coming of middle-age story. It is my love letter to millennials and nostalgia and growing up in the suburbs and in the state of Texas. And it is all about realizing all the things you thought were chasing you are not actually chasing you, and growing up and dealing with life. And it's nostalgic, and it's so fun and sexy.
Josephine, I know you're both from Texas, is that correct? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was curious, and this movie is set in Texas. What version of Texas did you want to show that people might not immediately know?
Honestly, I was thinking about how this movie, I think, showed me a version of Texas that I didn't really know. It felt so much like I was in my own living room when I read Iliza's script. Like Jamie's childhood bedroom is like definitely like mine. Like it's kind of just a shrine to it didn't really change since I was 18. And I feel like this movie really helped me reconnect with like how much I love my state and how much I love the people I grew up with. And it really is about like, it's so easy in these times to be like, good versus evil, or like my side is right. And I feel like this movie is all about kind of being wrong about that. And it's about sort of being wrong about like the way you thought about Texas. And I found myself going home for the holidays to my parents', house in Dallas. And kind of for the first time, honestly, probably since high school, I was like, I love Dallas. And I feel like this movie was healing in that way. Like it really did like reveal to me again the humanity that we're all sharing. And I feel like this is a time when we need to remember that like we're all struggling in our own ways, but there's a lot of ways that we have much more in common than I think we realize. Yeah.
I know Iliza mentioned that it's a very sexy movie. And
I had to.
Yeah, it's important.
Tom Willings here.
But she also, I read an interview where you said that you specifically wanted to make the sex scenes like through the female gaze and hot to women. I'm curious what it was like to be directed with that in mind as a partner in sex scenes.
I felt so comfortable with both Josephine and Iliza. It's like it's weird, but like I want to be seen through the female gaze. Like
Yes.
Like objectify me, please.
In a very respectful way.
Yes, and they did. And I think Josephine is an auteur, and there are a few things that I wouldn't do for a director that I love and trust as much as Josephine. Yeah.
Tom.
I don't know. Did you feel safe with me?
Yes, very much.
In Chasing Summer, you play the titular Chase. I was curious if you could just introduce your character to the audience.
Yeah, so he's the guy who probably he was maybe not the cool guy, but the popular guy in high school, the athlete, the dated a lot and whatnot, but he never left town. And he's got a real issue with the way people park cars in the driveway and block other people in. And that, oddly enough, was in the script, but really helped me sort of figure out that this is the guy who just bosses everybody else around but can't ultimately get his own stuff together.
There's a little bit of metatextual stuff that people can read into this with you playing someone who was cool in high school. I don't know if you've heard.
And he's cool now.
Yeah, he's cool now too, but he was also pretty cool when he was playing Clark Kent. I was curious if you've felt any a version of that previous self play out.
I think with each role that I play, that I tend to reference other roles I've played to make sure that it's not exactly the same, perhaps different. As Jeremy Irons says, as an actor, as a human being, we're all a piano, and we all have the keys of whether it's horrible things or really great things, and as an actor, you play different keys. And I think that in some ways you say, I don't want to be like that other character that I played before, but I think, if you're talking about Clark specifically, he was very sort of like reacting and not knowing what would happen next and trying to play follow-up, where I think this guy is more like, I know what it is. I'm going to manipulate and sort of put people where I want them to be for my own agenda. And so in some ways, yes, it's different because of that. And yeah, I think as in the craft of acting, I think it's something that I do reference.